Hey guys, I'm Katie from Mystic Creek Farm, and in today's video I'm going to show you how to take a really cool vintage old looking metal bread box and turn it into an amazing seed organizer. So we're going to start with this vintage looking metal bread box that I found on Amazon. I will put that in the comments below, the link for that. And also these are drawer dividers, and the drawer dividers, I got the cheapest ones possible, and they came in a pack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think, of these, 20 pieces total, it says on the tag. And you want to make sure that the drawer dividers are longer than this so that we can cut it down to fit. That was the hardest part, was finding these that were long enough to fit in these, because I wanted this to be bigger than some of the smaller metal seed containers that they make, and this ended up actually being cheaper than a lot of those. This part is super easy. I'm just taking the inside measurements and I'm marking on these plastic dividers and I'm cutting them with the scissors so that they fit. And that was the long one, and now I am working on the short dividers, and that is very simple. I'm essentially just copying and pasting or tracing the line, and then I go to put them in. And this is also super simple. I don't want it super tight because then it leaves like a little bend in the plastic, which you'll see on one of these. But then the long ways holds these shorter ones in, which is what I need. I want the shorter ones so that my seed packets are staying kind of in a grouping. But the long one is keeping these little guys, the cross dividers, in. And so you'll see it takes a little bit to figure out how to put them in properly and how the spacing should be. I'm actually taking and dividing them by the Baker Creek seed packets because those are the biggest seed packets that I have. I have one other brand that's slightly bigger, but I don't use those for these kind of seeds. I only use those for pumpkin seeds, and so I'm not going to worry about it now. And so while I have this in place, I'm going to just simply glue the ends just to give a little bit more support and so that things are even more sturdy than they already are. I gave it a good shake before I did this, and they're in there pretty good, but I just want to keep it even stronger. So now I'm going through and I'm putting my seed packets in after I have it glued or as I'm gluing it. That way I just make sure that nothing bends and is too tight for the seed packets. I just want to make sure that the seed packets fit really well. The ends I have slightly bigger, and that's because the edges are rounded. And so those are going to be slightly bigger than the inside. Otherwise, you could just divide it, take the whole length and divide it by 4. All right, so you can see here that I have everything all kind of nice and organized. This is my initial organization, but I do have to tweak it a little bit more because I have my peppers and tomatoes combined. I don't like that. Peas are fine there, but like back here, I don't need eggplant and green onions to have their own spot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to have this actually organized for like plant sale versus personal things, and so I need to go through and organize and tweak a little bit more in here, but this is exactly what I was envisioning. These dividers here, I have those just so that things aren't all smushed together, so that I can keep things a little bit more separate. If I needed to, I could actually take some more of these dividers and put in here so that these wouldn't like necessarily fall down, or I could fit more division, but I don't think I need to do that. Really what I need to do is somebody had given me a ton of seeds. This brand here, this Fairy Morse Organic. And so I'm trying to use those as much as possible. But with that said, I don't necessarily need them. So like all this broccoli here that I have, I don't need all that broccoli. In fact, I've never actually grown broccoli fully here. So I'm going to do some of these for the plant sale. But with that said, I don't need that many seeds. So I'm going to find somebody to give those to, just because it feels like such a waste. But this is working really well. These are some of those the free pepper seeds that they had given me. Actually, I'm going to toss these because Peppergate, the last 2 years, people with the big seed companies have not been getting the seeds that the packets say. If I'm selling pepper plants, I can't do that. So if people are buying a bell pepper, they need to buy a bell pepper and not hope that it's a bell pepper and ends up being a spicy one. So I'm actually going to throw these pepper plants away. I've got 1 pack of pumpkins in here, but when we close this up, look at that. It fits wonderful. Look how nice that looks. I'm thinking of a way to maybe secure this shut. I might do like a magnet or something to try to keep it shut. But this is going to work so much better than the plastic as far as if it's in the cold, it's not going to crack or break, and it doesn't have all those little inner pieces that end up floating around anywhere. What I like about this is I feel it's a lot more accessible, easy to flip through, easy to grab things and organize. It isn't 100% how I like it. I actually would probably like another one of these and have one just for personal things and one for plant sale things. But I can take my old things and use and divide things up more if I need to. But I am really liking how this looks. Look how cute that is. Let me close the lid here. Look how cute that is. So I can keep it on the counter if I need to. Another thing that I really like is that I can put it in the freezer and it is not going to crack and break like the photo divider things did. So that is going to be wonderful. And the only downside to this is that it doesn't have a closure on it. So I'm thinking of that. I'm almost thinking I might take like a magnet here. I might need a stronger one. And if I glued it here, see this lid is tall enough, that would go right over that. And so I think that that might keep it shut if I was to glue the magnet there. I can always just take like a little strap and wrap around through the handle or something like that if I need to. But this is gonna work out absolutely perfect. So now the really next big thing I need to do is figure out flower seeds, because I kind of have become a flower seed hoarder, it looks like. This is not all of my flower seeds, believe it or not. And so I need to get these all organized, and then I think what I'll do is start organizing the individual containers for what is plant sale and what is for personal. But that's going to take a little bit of thinking to try to figure out, because I have seeds still coming in and I need to organize and get my spreadsheets printed so I know what's personal, what is plant sale, and what are things that I've bought from other places. And just like that, I am super happy with how this turned out. I have all the flowers over by my head as of right now. And I know that I have a few more packages around here somewhere with more seeds in it, but I've got herbs. I've got the things I'm really not used to growing, like broccoli, carrots, that kind of stuff, in more towards the center. And then my herbs are also there. And then closest to the camera, I have peas, beans, peppers, and tomatoes. So I am super happy. This is like just going to simplify everything. I don't have all these little tiny containers that I have a tendency to lose. And when I put them in the freezer, my biggest issue is that they end up getting brittle and they break. And so I am not going to have that problem with this. I will just be able to set this in my freezer and call it good. So that is it for today's video. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you guys next time.